So Adish, you've got the legendary Welcome to Wraith. We've got Homer R on foil commons and commons. We've got Alan J on foil super, majestic, and the fable. We've got John K on the rare for this, and Adish on the super rare as well. So Adish is super rare and legendary. Hopefully we can pull you some solid L's. Let's go ahead. I gotta grab the case though. I'm so set up. I'm so ready for this. Here we are. One case of Welcome to Wraith Unlimited. Okay, let's move this mouse out of the way. And let's get a crackin'. Put the tape over there. Go ahead and get these bad boys out. Flip. Make this my little trash box. Little trash box. That's where I'm gonna throw all my trash. I'm also gonna take my shoes off, kick back, and relax, just like everybody should be right about now. 9 p.m. here in the good old EST. I don't know what time it is where everybody is, but 9 p.m. Nice chill night stream. There we go. Let's put these boxes over here. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get to cracking. How's everybody's night going? Good. I have another small edit to my my stream setup. As you can see, the camera is a little bit higher, but at a little bit less of an angle. There we go. Let's go ahead and put those over there. Boom. Let's scoot this a little bit more over. Still trying to figure it out. It's all a work in progress. It's continual improvement. I'm gonna crack a soda. Hope that it doesn't pop. It popped it pretty bad. That was pretty bad. I'm sorry. Baja Blast. This stream not sponsored by Baja Blast. It's just tasty. All right, let's go ahead and start cracking. Let's stop the jib jab and start the what do you call opening a bunch of cards? All right, disable a breakneck battery and a foil breakneck battery for our first pack. Let's get a focus there. Yeah, foil breakneck, cool. All right, I'm just gonna start a box since somebody bought the commons. We'll start a box for them. Keeps them all organized and foil commons going off screen. Sorry, you can't sit there and appreciate those foil commons. Nobody's in it for the foil well, I mean, I guess the person who bought foil commons is in it for the foil commons. That's about it. Staunch Response, Overpower, and Demolition Crew for our foil. My backlighting isn't quite getting me the way I want it to. Let's see if I can bring that a little bit one closer. Maybe I can turn off this overhead. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Oh no, because that turns off the overhead. That puts a little bit of light on my face, but let's see if we can just like lean that back a little bit more. There we go. There we go. We're figuring it out. We're getting there. We're getting there. One day, I'll set this stream setup up and I just won't change it. I'll just stream and it'll be done. And I won't change it every single time. Steel Blade Shunt for our first rare. Forge for War for a super. And I thought I saw that Sand Sketch Plan. Sand Sketch Plan for our foil super. For a foil super. Our foil super, as if... Oh, just throwing scissors around, man. As if every pack came with a foil super. Although with the prices they're at, I kind of feel like it sometimes. Some of these cases have a ton of them. Barraging Beatdown, Snatch, Pack Hunt for a foil common. All right, so since our last stream, there's been some pretty awesome news. We've got The Calling, all announced. Guys, U.S. callings. I know most of our viewership is in the U.S., so we'll focus on U.S. callings. Oh my God, yes. Yes! Callings in the U.S. Sadly, I cannot make the Vegas calling. Otherwise, I totally would. The worldwide debut of Kingdoms. You get to draft, like, it's like pre-release, but on crack. Last-ditch effort there for a super. Leg tap for our foil. Yeah, I can't imagine just feeling the hype that's in that room. Being the first people to open a set ever. Really awesome, really cool. But I will be making 2 callings that I know of so far. And by I will be making, I mean I already bought tickets, and that just means I just have to go, you know? I'm going to Cincinnati, and I will be attending Orlando, obviously, because I live there. That one's the easiest one to get to. It would be stupid if I missed out on that one. But I cannot make Vegas. One, I heard the hotel costs. Apparently, it's in the same time as like the first Monday night game of football, or of the Vegas Raiders or something like that. I don't follow football too much. It's the opening night of some game, and it's the beginning of Monday Night Football. So apparently, hotels are going for $1,000 a room. I don't know what hotel that was at, but that's way out of my price budget. Steel Blade Shunt, Overpower, Red Shunt, Overpower, and a Red Drone. Cool. Yeah, no, it's definitely not shabby at all. I get them. It would have been cool to see them match it, but 90K between all of them is a lot of money. It's a lot of cash, and the chance that you can win that cash is pretty good. We got a Crazy Brew for a super. Like, you know, you've got all these small events that are 10K and then 50K for Nats. And by small events, I mean callings. I'm now calling the calling a small event. I think it's amazing. I think it might not match MTG, or what they previously had. It does match MTG's current prize pool, which is 0. But I think it's an amazing amount of money. It's a nice round number too. You know, 10, 10, 10, 50. It's a lot of cash. I wouldn't mind having an extra 10 grand lying around. But yeah, I think it's an awesome prize. I think it's just enough to be super competitive and impressive without them possibly, you know, overextending themselves. Not that I think a larger prize pool would overextend the company, but you know, why just try to make it a, you know, a measuring contest, you know? Potion of Strength, Savage Feast, Stroke of Foresight. From their perspective, you know, like why burn money just because they want to, you know, dick measure. I mean, more prize money always looks better, looks good, but yeah, it's an awesome amount of money. 90K. Ooh, and because I have hands that can't hold things. Wow. There we go. Brave Forge Bracers for the L. The L? For the L. Ooh, those are somebody else's cards on accident. I thought. Go. Where are my sleeves? Oh, I have a pack right over here. Duh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been getting more games in today. I played a Armory event at the Collective today. Brave Forge Braces right there for the L. Let's just keep that in frame. Played an Armory event at the Collective today. It was a 2-box draft event. So I got to draft Monarch Unlimited with the chance to win up to a box for first place of Monarch First Edition. So that was actually a pretty impressive prize pool. We got a Warrior's Valor blue there for the foil. Pretty impressive prize pool. It was a lot of fun. I went 2-2 drafting Brute. I was the only Levia at my table, so I got everything I could get, at least. I wouldn't say everything I wanted, because there were a lot of really good cards that I was missing. What up, AJ? We're Adventure Co Gaming. Speaking of Adventure Co Gaming, Adventure Co Gaming was streaming the event live. So if you head over to their Twitch channel, you can watch me actually lose my final match. Played a pretty good round against Alex LaPlume. Started off with a absolutely trash first few turns. The game went quickly from 20-20 to 11-20. And by that I mean he was 20 and oh yes, he's gonna be streaming every Sunday. Yeah. Lord of Wind, there we go for our first just standard Majestic. But yeah, AJ over at Adventure Co streams the events from the collective on Sundays. So yeah, definitely check them out. But yeah, you can watch me lose my final match. I did. It was a close match. It was definitely a good one. I did almost claw it back. Those first few turns were really rough, but I started to pull back up, but I just couldn't get that last finger around the match and ended up losing. But it was one of those games where Flesh and Blood continues to prove that it is phenomenally balanced, and every game is just, it's a back and forth, man. You never end up feeling, I mean, those first few turns felt like it, but I've never left a game of Flesh and Blood. No, I've had one. I've never left any but one game of Flesh and Blood where I felt like, wow, I just got steamrolled and there was nothing I could do. I'm definitely going to try to come next week, AJ. I have lag. I did that blip thing again. Let's see. It says I'm connected now, but my preview screen is black. So I'm just going to give it a second. Okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. I'm going to keep trying to go and hope it doesn't keep disconnecting. We're on the last pack of box 1. So this is the final pack of box 1. Hopefully it'll just keep up streaming. There we go. Hey, there's me. My preview saying, screw it. Let's keep going. Unmovable for our foil in that last pack. Let's go on to box 2. We've got 12 boxes. Yeah, now it's back. Looks like it's back. Yeah, that's my last pack. Okay, cool. Yeah, my stream preview is always just like a few seconds behind. Good and awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and toss that box over there. I could just stack these in one big stack. That way I can have them a little closer to the camera so you can see the giant. Oh, but that's so wobbly. And that like pinches my hands in. If I could put it over there. How about that? That works. Alright. Let's get cracking into box 2. Yeah, there's only been one game where I just got stomped. But the game's super fun, and even that game was still super fun. And I think that just goes to show how good Flesh and Blood is. We got a foil sigil there for our foil. Yeah, there's just never a game where you walk away from the game like, that was garbage. I can't believe I played that game. Like, why do I keep playing this game? Like, definitely there are times where I felt like tilted, and I've lost like 3 games in a row. Oh, just wobbled my GoPro. Where I've lost like 3 or 4 games in a row and I just feel like crap. But that's like a personal thing. It's not like me looking at the game and going like, this game is bad, you know? Yeah, you did. You did pretty much I like how we didn't have to say it and you just outed yourself. That it was a game versus AJ. I was playing Runeblade. It was CC2, wasn't it? I had some horrible blocks. I definitely made some mistakes, but he also just had like some of the best hands you could possibly have. And it was still a fun game. And that's what's great, because it was still a fun game even though I got trampled. And that just goes to show how good this game is. Slogism yellow for our foil there. But yeah, we've had there's been a lot of good games. I really enjoyed my games today. Most of them were very close in life total towards the end, and even the games that like, ooh, Magenchi released there for a super. Speaking of, oh hey, there we go, foil Bonehead Barrier for that pack. Even the games where I lost, the 2 games that I lost, they were close. I could have had it. Maybe there were a few plays in there where I could have just done a little bit better. I'm going back through the stream so I can take a peek and see if there's maybe a spot that I can point out to myself and see that. I got a foil heart and cross strap for common equipment. I have no idea why people are still asking for an Ira ban. I mean, she's annoying in Blitz, definitely, but now we're moving on to CC. Screw Blitz, let's get out of there. No, I'm kidding. Blitz is fun, but Blitz is definitely not what this game was built around. So like, it's nice to finally get back to the format that I think this game, and I'm pretty sure they've openly said this game was designed for, obviously draft and sealed, but I think when they design the game, they think of Classic Constructed first and Blitz second. Except for, I guess, Crucible of War, because that's all young heroes, so maybe they were thinking about Blitz more there, but Flick Flack, Breakneck Battery, open the center for our foil. Yeah, I just think people... I also think it's a lot of bandwagon, and, you know, don't take my word as gold, because, you know, I only played in, I think, 5 skirmishes, so I've only had a little bit of Blitz experience. Not as much, nearly as much as some people, and I don't follow the meta as closely as some people. Oh, Remembrance there for a super. Surging Strike for our foil. So, like, I could totally be wrong, but I think it's mostly a bandwagon thing. Like, she's bad in Blitz, but it's not like Blitz is so broken and degenerate that, like, if you don't play Ira, you absolutely 100% can't win, because there are people that have won events not playing Ira, believe it or not. The way people talk about it, you'd think that Ira won all of them all the time, but... she did not. Drone for our foil there. I'm gonna put that backlighting a little too close. Let's move our glare point. Yeah, I think it's a lot of bandwagon, a lot of, you know, you have a few bad games against Ira and you just want to say ban her because it's no fun. She's no fun. I mean, she is pretty powerful in Blitz. Woman Gust Wave for our foil. Is pretty powerful in Blitz, and it will be nice to see just a different meta with Classic Constructed, because, you know, one, there's no Ira at all. Like, you just can't play Ira. There's no adult version of her. Staunch Response, Regurgitating Slug for our foil. So I think that, one, that's going to be interesting. Just not seeing Ira on any table anywhere. I think that's going to be cool. I've been talking to a few people, and a lot of people are kind of have the sentiment, at least from what I've spoken to them about, and again, I'm no professional, that Dory is kind of not the meta call right now, and it might be better for other heroes. I don't know what the alternative is, but we've seen a lot of Dorinthia, a lot of Ira and Blitz, and it seems like people are straying away from both for Classic Constructed. She does have a bad matchup against Prism, who I think what's going to happen is we're going to see a lot of Prism. We're going to see a lot of Chain. I don't know what we're going to do about Levia. Can we get a focus here? Biting Blade, foil, blue. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see a lot of Levia. Brute, if I remember correctly, was pretty popular in Classic Constructed before. And I think Brute has a pretty good matchup against two of the big ones. Oh, Crippling Crush for a second Majestic. And the big ones, I would be saying Prism. And you can hear my wife laughing in the background, can't you? They're watching Fast 8 to prepare for us going to see Fast 9 tomorrow. First movie since the pandemic, so that's exciting. First movie. Voice crack, bad. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, moving away from Dory. Levia. And also Guardian. Speaking of, Bravo has a pretty good matchup against Prism and Chain as well. Reinhardt's just better. Yeah, I could agree with that. I was gonna say I think Reinhardt is just better than Levia. He does have. I mean, Levia has quite a few issues. Dying to Blood Debt is really freaking easy. I think there's still room for her to possibly be good though. But yeah, definitely. Reinhardt is at least more consistent. Flusterfist, Drone, Sink Below. Yeah, I need to. So see, here's my thing: is I want to play more. One, just in general, but I feel like I need to pick a hero and like kind of like focus on that hero for this calling. Oh hey, Route for a super there. Savage Feast for a foil. So I just don't know who to pick, you know? I think I kind of want to go Bravo. Kind of want to go Guardian. It's a... I don't want to say more simple. Because it's not like any of the classes are just, you know, super simple. But I think he's I think he's really powerful, and his play style kind of matches how I like to play. You know, build up one big turn, boom. One big attack, boom. But yeah. I don't know if I should do that or if I should, you know, run the gambit, do a few games with all the heroes, and then pick, ooh, foil route. Back-to-back supers. Same super, one foil, one non-foil. Yeah, Reinar is definitely a boy, Reinar. Alright, barraging beatdown. Snatch. Pick Viserai. I know Viserai's not good and constructed. Don't try to trick me. Yeah, no. I would love to. I wish there was a Viserai build that I could pick and not feel like, you know, I'm not that I'm not competing, but I just wish there was a Viserai build that had like real competitive possibilities. But I know he doesn't. I know he doesn't. Just the way he runs ain't what you need. Although I'd love to work on it. You know, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I should play the meta, not what I feel like playing. Because I would like to actually, you know, I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really cool if I had to, you know, eat the $100 I spent on a calling ticket. Oh, and that was the last pack of box 2. So let's go on to box 3. If I had to eat the $100 on a calling ticket because I got an invite to Nats, or does it just, you know, work that way? I can transfer it over. I don't think it does. I think Channel Fireball would love to make just a metric fuck ton of money. There might be. Oh, you think so? You think so? Well, maybe we can, you know, jam some games, work on a deck list. Maybe I'll simultaneously work on just 2 decks. I'll do Bravo and I'll do Viserai, and I'll only work on the 2. I'm not going to run the Gambit, but maybe I'll just run 2, just to, you know, possibly give myself, and just to give myself a break sometimes, you know. I love Flesh and Blood, but playing the same hero over and 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 over again, I'm not a huge fan of. I like to switch it up. That's why I love limited formats so much, because you get the chance to possibly switch it up all the time. Steel Blade, Energy Potion, and Demolition Crew. I'm going to take this Brave Forge, and I'm going to just set it like over here. We know we pulled it. You saw me pull it. I just don't want to keep possibly resting my hand on it, because I keep like trying to fit my hand in there. I just don't want it to get any kind of, you know, pressure mark or any kind of small bend in it, because that'd be bad. I like to keep my cards in minty mint fresh mint condition when I send them out. Pack fresh, whatever pack fresh might be. That's my favorite description of a card. Pack fresh. It's like, nah, son. Pack fresh means nothing. If I sit on a booster pack. Alright. Alright, there we go. This pack was Ancestral Empowerment, which is a bummer that we missed that on stream. Leg tap for the foil, and a yellow barraging beatdown. I didn't realize it until, I guess, it had already gone down, which is a big bummer. There we go. Now we're back. And you want to know what? It's kind of frustrating, because that weird glitch that I thought was my computer crashing, or my computer CPU just eating it and not having enough RAM to do it, is still happening. I gotta talk to support about that. I blamed it on my PC, but apparently it might not be, because this is a brand new computer with a 3080 in it and 32 gigabytes of RAM and literally nothing on it except for the OS and this program, and I mean, I guess it has Microsoft Edge on it. Maybe that's what it is. I'm using Chrome right now, by the way. I'm not using Microsoft Edge. I have some self-respect. Although I've been thinking about switching to Firefox. Does anyone have any opinions based in some kind of fact? Disable their Nimble Strike foil red on OSs. I would love to hear them. I think I might switch to Chrome. Hashtag off topic, right? Hashtag not fab. Wounding Blow for the top card. We got a Fluster Fist. Sand Sketch Plan for a super. There we go. Stroke of Foresight. Yellow for our foil. But yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll work on 2 decks at once. That might be fun. And then now I just need to convince all my local players. We need to all be playing different heroes. We need to all work on a bunch of... I use FF, less RAM, and less intrusive data collection. Oh, Firefox? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard Firefox has less RAM usage, but... and definitely the less data collection, and that's why I was thinking about switching. But I remember when I was using Firefox, it was pretty high RAM usage, but maybe I was just thinking it was high, and then, you know, it looked like Google was better. I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably switch. Because I think Firefox even has a feature where you can just import everything from Chrome, too, right? It has like an easy switch kind of thing. I think I remember doing that when I switched to Firefox the first time. I have no idea why I switched back. I just shouldn't have. Yeah, data collection is definitely a thing. I think the only major thing is that I use my Google account for a lot of things, so it's nice to have it signed in all the time. But I think Firefox does that too. Brushing Beatdown. Bonehead Barrier for our non-foil Rare Plus, and Smash Instinct. Oh, I put that in with the foils. Smash Instinct for our foil, even though you'd never tell from looking at this card that it's foil. And so little amount of foiling on it. It's quite upsetting. I just don't like Smash Instinct. The foiling on it. Sigil, Steelblade Shunt, and Buckling Blow. Yeah, I'll probably switch to Firefox. Brand new computer, it's the perfect time to switch. And maybe that'll help with stream stability too. I'll have to do it on my phone too. Oh, there's either a Showtime or a Crippling Crush. Let's see what it is. Crippling Crush! That's 2 of them now. There we go. Getting that M slot pumped. Oh, sleeve upside down. It helps when you put them right side up. Razor Reflex Red for our foil. Bam. I've been putting a lot more singles up on the website, so if you are looking for singles, there's quite a few more. I've also been putting a lot on TCG Player. And if you're looking on TCG Player and you don't find the cards you need from us, Sigil of Saw's yellow for our foil there, feel free to use the link that should be in the description. It's a bit.ly link, so it's a little short, baby. Use the link in the description, and even if you buy cards from someone else, which, you know, I understand. If I don't have the cards you need, I don't have the cards you need. Feel free to use that link so we get a kickback as well. You can give your money directly to someone else and make TCG Player give us a little bit of money. I'd really appreciate it. Occasionally I'll just get a little direct deposit from TCG Player for like 48 cents, and I'm like, oh, someone used my link, yay! Because I know they didn't buy a card because I haven't shipped out an order like that day. Oh, Alpha Rampage, another Majestic. Here we go. Here we go. Buckling Blow for our foil behind that. Foil common. But yeah, please. And if you feel any kind of compulsion, feel free to share that link. Give it to your friends. Put it up on your Facebook. It doesn't matter what card game you buy either. It doesn't have to be Flesh and Blood. So if you have a friend that's into Yu-Gi-Oh! And you just want to be like, hey man, when you're buying your Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles, can you support this YouTube channel I watch, please? Just go ahead and toss it in there. I would love it. Also, just smash the like button. Smash the like button. Click the little thumbs up there. Give this video a like. I would appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I always appreciate it. Anytime I see one, I'm like, oh, that's a like. Somebody gave me the thumbs. Or dislike it. YouTube actually doesn't care. All right, this box is full. That's my favorite thing about the algorithm. A lot of people think that disliking something is like, spiteful, dislike it. But it doesn't matter. YouTube, they do measure likes and dislikes, but they also have a separate thing just called engagement. And that includes likes, dislikes, comments, and what the algorithm mainly uses is both. What box? We're on box 4. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. I still have a few packs over here that just got tucked to the side. They just fell over. This is still box 3. We're still on box 3. I have opened box 4 like an idiot. But we're still on box 3. Overpower, Warrior's Valor, Leg Tap for the foil. Oh, you know why I opened box 3? Because I had to take away the commons box. That's what it was. My brain just locked in. And I was just like, the commons are done. That means I'm done with the box. I need to move on. Look at me trying to get off the job early. Scrubbing out. Blackout Kick. Cranial Crush for a super. And a Pack Hunt for our foil. Foil common. Come on. Yeah, box 3. Box 3. Box 3. Okay. Breakneck Battery. Blessing of Deliverance. Iron Wrought Plate. For foil common. Equipment. Nope. Let's put all those commons in the foil common spot. Which I think same person got them, so it wouldn't really matter. But, you know, I like to keep somewhat organized. My life is complete chaos, so I might as well try to keep somewhat organized when I'm streaming. Snatch, Barraging Beatdown, and Scour the Battlescape. I love the art for this. I wish they would make this a playmat, because just look at that art. It's so sick. It's so cool. All right, 3 packs in. Yep, 4 packs left, including this one. Including our boy Bravo. Oh, one of every hero left. We didn't get a random shuffling of heroes. One of every hero. Drone. Reckless Swing. Bravo contains a Brute card. Maybe Rhinar, who's next, will contain a Guardian card. Perhaps. Perhaps. I don't know. I'm testing out to see if I can catch myself looking at the camera. There you go. Now you can see it. Silly. Flick, flack, blackout kick, and a buckling blow. And a buckling blow. Whoa. Double ninja, double guardian. Wow. But both of those buckling blows were back to back. Itchy nose. My nose hairs just tickling the side of my nose. Oh. Time Snap Potion. Sigil of Solace. And do you see the banner? Did you see it before? Lord of Wind for our foil. There we go. Yes. This is the one playmat that I really want that I don't have yet. So if anybody has a Lord of Wind playmat or knows someone with a Lord of Wind playmat that would like to trade, preferably, because right now I'm kind of cash strapped. But I could buy if it were for the right price. Or I could trade buy, do a little halvesies, do a little half and half. I would greatly appreciate it. Savage Feast, Breakneck Battery, and Barraging Beatdown for our foil. There we go. We don't have to spend too much time on it. It's just a Barraging Beatdown. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and set those there. And now we're actually on a box 4. I just pre-opened it, you know, to smooth this part of the stream out. It's not like you didn't see me open the case, so. Yeah, I said that right. It's not like you did not see me open the case. How do I put them over here? How do I put them on the right? Oh, just flicking through it all. Sigil, Breakneck, Flock for our foil. Still trying to get the baby to go to sleep. Dang, baby, you up late. The baby I know, Gwen, was asleep so long ago. But she is also, like, barely a year old. Is her birthday in August? Not even a year old? I don't know how old my friend's baby is. Overpower. Blackout Kick. Nimblism. Should probably learn that. I feel bad. At least I feel bad. If I say at least I feel bad, does that kind of counter it? At least I have, you know. Oh, Spinal Crush. This is a variant, a Hope Merchant's Hood for Foil Common Equipment. Spinal Crush. This is a very Guardian heavy box. 2 Crippling Crushes and a Spinal Crush. Yeah, that's 2 Crippling Crushes and a Spinal Crush. We also got 2 Lord of Winds, 1 foil, so. Ninja, Guardian. Oh, I left her. Okay. Warriors Valor. Snatch. Oh, it is a very Guardian heavy case. We got a Brave Forge Bracers and a Tech Plating. Wow, what a day to buy the L. Are you gonna focus? This is a Tectonic Plating. Why won't it focus? There we go. Tech Plating. Gorgeous. All right, that's totally worth the wait. Nice. Nice indeed. What is YouTube trying to tell me? Keyframe frequency. Oh my god. How do I change my keyframe frequency? What the hell is that? I have everything set to auto. I don't even know. Yeah, double L case, breakneck, flick flack, emerging. Let the wee bab sleep. Blackout, fluster, helm of Ison's peak. Had a little bit of, looks like we had a little bit of a buffering there, but hopefully we get this back up to higher quality. Oh, my preview looks terrible. Disable. Iron Song Determination. There we go. Second swing. Savage Swing. Second swing. That's a Monarch card. Pack. We're 4 packs from the middle, which means we're on pack 8, right? This will be pack 9. No, this is pack 8. Steel Blade, Sigil, Surging Strike for foil. It's not receiving enough video, but it says the stream health is high. And Streamlabs doesn't say anything is happening. Oh, it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth. Barraging Beatdown, Disable, Cartilage Crush. There we go. I'm gonna keep that on. Huh. Yeah, that's... Oh. There we go. Alright. Breakneck, Pounding Gale. And a Rising Knee Thrust for our foil. Final pack of the first half. We're gonna just, you know, hope that that stream quality goes up. I don't like everybody watching in 144p, lol. Sigil of Solace, Staunch Response, Crush Confidence. That's a joke because Shannon will often watch these at work and his work internet connection is garbage. So he often jokes that he's watching at 144p. I think he actually is watching at 144p. Does YouTube still go down that low? I mean, it clearly does based on my preview here. God, it's atrocious. Overpower, Steelblade Shunt, Flick Flack for our foil. There we go. Now it says my connection is excellent, and yet my preview is still looks like a 90s flip phone. Okay, Barraging Beatdown. Oh, there we go. It's the Majestic hit everyone that buys Majestic slots is waiting for. It's Enlightened Strike. Yeah. Alrighty, let's sleeve that bad boy up. Would have been nice to have been one more card back, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And every time you open a pack of Flesh and Blood, you're a beggar. We're all beggars. We all hand over our money and hope that something good comes out. I'm a beggar, you're a beggar, we all are beggar. Snatch, Fluster Fist, Savage Swing for our foil. Past the halfway point. Past the halfway point. And that's the halfway point of the last quarter. Flock of the Feather. Woohoo! Wahoo! Blessing of Deliverance. Disable. Crazy Brew for a foil. If only it were a cold foil extended art. Wouldn't that be crazy if they just tossed in like a frickin' promo into a random box and it was just like, thanks for buying Flesh and Blood. YouTube's still giving me that weird keyframe thing. Barraging Beatdown. Time Snap. Blessing of Deliverance for our foil. I recently got an Amazon car thing. Little Alexa for your car. And it's great because I feel like I'm constantly being spied on now. See what I mean? It's great because I feel like I'm constantly being spied on right now, which is delightful because at least now I know I don't have to worry about being spied on only in a few rooms of my house. It's everywhere I go. But it's pretty nifty because now I can just say, hey, put music on instead of, because now, okay, so the real reason I got it, I have this stupid app that comes from my insurance company that connects my phone to a little Bluetooth thing that's in the car, and if the car is even like slightly moving and my phone screen is on, they just ding me. Like, yes, I always get a discount from the thing, but I would like to maximize my discount. So when I saw the car Alexa thing, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Because now I don't even have to worry about it. I can just leave my phone completely off. Nope, looks like we might be... Nope, okay, it's back. Give me another error. It's flicking me another error. Reckless Swing! Overpower for our foil. But yeah, it's really annoying. So I bought that. It's kind of cool. It's also kind of lame because it's really slow. Sometimes I'm like, hey, you, play this. And she just goes, playing this. And you're like, whoa, that took so long. But also, you know, it's going through Bluetooth, through my phone, through my car, and back. What was that? It's just work. Who cares? Speaking of work, Cloak and Blaster got selected for a Road to Nats. So did Collective. So if you're in the Orlando area, you've got a lot of chances to win a Nats invite. Debilitate for our final foil. That's the common there. But yeah, Cloak and Blaster, Road to Nats. So if you're looking to Road to Nats, Cloak and Blaster is going to be hosting one. So will the Collective. The dates are undecided. Cloak and Blasters is tentatively August 1st. Not 100% yet, but I will update Gem and their Facebook page once we get that finalized. But yeah, super exciting. We don't know the pricing. We don't know the prizes. We don't know really pretty much anything other than we're going to have one. But it's super exciting. The Collective's in the same boat, I'm sure, because the email just doesn't go out. They offer it to you. They tell you there's going to be prizes, and then you either schedule one or you don't, which I don't know who would not schedule one. That would be crazy to not schedule it. So this case, let's go over it. We got a Tech Plating and a Brave Forge Bracers for our L, so congrats. That's some bonkers pulls there. The only thing better probably could have been Tech Plating and Mask. Majestics, we're going to go ahead, and we've got an E-Strike, Spinal Crush. Let's go ahead and see if I can get it just like a little bit closer. Will it still focus? Yeah. But then my hand wobbles. Lord of Wind, Alpha Rampage, Crippling Crush, Ancestral Empowerment, a Crippling Crush again. Will you focus? There we go. Lord of Wind for our final. There we go. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're not going to go through all the supers. I'm just going to kind of fan them out so that later on, if anybody needs any kind of verification, like, wait, what did I get? You can just skip to that. If it weren't such a pain, I would probably put some time cards on the video. There we go. Yeah, just looking super professional. Just fanning a bunch of cards out. All right. Foil rares. Yeah, that was definitely a better than average case. It was quite good, honestly. Definitely a fun case to open. I wish I'd opened that for myself. But I'm also glad that you guys got a good case to watch, and for the people that bought to buy. It's always good when I get to pull good stuff and not have to be like, I'm so sorry that you paid me to open that. Because that never feels good. That always feels bad. That always just feels terrible. Okay, so Arcane Rising is next. We're going to go to that in just a sec. I am going to take a break, set that up, clean this up, and we'll be right back. See you guys later. Alrighty, I am back. We got that set up. I peeked into changing the keyframes, but I cannot while I'm actively streaming. So let's go ahead and get back to it. I'm going to click this and click this and keep my mouse out of that screen there. What up? Let's go ahead and view who's got what in this Arcane Rising case break. Arcane Rising, we've got... Wait, why is that? Oh, because this is where it starts. Majestics, Adish. We've got Legendary, Adish. I think Adish got most of the Majestics and Legendaries. On Commons and just Commons, we've got Mr. Homer. On Fable, we've got Alan J on the Fable for Arcane. On Rares, we got John K. And on Super Rares, we got Adish. So Adish, you are on Super Rares and Majestics. Let's go ahead and get to it. Do it with the scissors. Don't make as much noise as cracking the tape. That's the term cracking. Cracking makes a lot of noise. Another trash box. Stack it up right there. You could probably put more booster packs in that one, but why cram them? Okay, 4 boxes of Arcane Rising Unlimited. Once again, a tiny bit of fear goes through me as I say the words unlimited, because I'm like, did I open first? That would be really bad for me. I do have one case that is partially opened already. Can I hit? Can I do? Oh, I might not be in that window anymore. That's good. There we go. Let's get to it. Bitrate is keyframe frequency is still garbage. That's why all of this looks like a blurry mess on my preview side. Great. Let's open some Arcane Rising. Let's open some Arcane Rising. Arena's Prayer. Spellblade Assault. Come to Fight for a foil. She's asleep. That's good to hear. Good to hear. So she's getting a rest. I woke up today and I was trashed. Not like drunk trashed, but I just mean like my body was just like, no, why are you awake? Life for a life, an enchanting melody, and a Pour the Mold for our first foil rare. Yeah, I was just absolutely, just my body was just like, why are you awake right now? And I had to, you know, I went to brunch this morning with some friends that I haven't seen since COVID time began. So it was fun, but my body was still just like, why are you not asleep? So I grabbed a Monster while I was at the Collective to stay awake. But I think all the caffeine I've had today is kind of wearing off, kind of coming to a lull, which is crazy because I actually have, you know, more to open. Bam, 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 Spark of Genius for a super and a Throttle for our foil. Not that letting it focus means anything to you right now, because this quality is absolute trash. Why is it? And I think I figured it out. It's because apparently Streamlabs defaults the keyframes to it just randomly selects, not randomly selects, but it selects quote unquote based on what is best. And apparently based on what is best for the system running smoothly, like my actual computer running smoothly, and what is best for the stream are very different. So apparently when you put it in that, when you leave it in that mode, I didn't put it in that mode, when it just is that way, you will often get the computer picking a lower keyframe frequency than is needed for streaming, which is really kind of funny because it's a streaming platform. You think it would pick it automatically and actually be best. Silver the Tip. Teklo Core for our first Majestic. Yeah, we're hitting Majestics earlier in this case, which is nice. I think we were like almost all the way through box 1 when we hit our Majestic in the last one. So that's good, because we're like halfway through half. We're a quarter of the way through, that's what that's called. Oh wow, I just didn't even nick through the pack. That was completely still sealed on top. Normally I at least get a little bit and I can move my finger, but wow. Plunder Run, Spellblade Assault, Stir the Aether Winds for our foil. So I had this Mountain Dew. I should drink more of this. But I think I've reached a point in my life where the amount of caffeine that's in a Mountain Dew doesn't really do too much for me. I kind of need to probably cut back on the caffeine for a while and then work my way back into it. I've been having too much caffeine lately. Oath of the Arknight. Knock the Death Whistle for a super and Foresight for a foil. I said knock the Death Whistle like that was a really good pull. Knock the Death Whistle. Yes. You know it. Take cover, take aim, and Ravenous Rabble for our foil. Hydro Homies. Yeah, I gotta start drinking just plain water, man. I used to drink a ton of water, and become the Arknight. Now that's an actually good super. I used to drink a ton of water. I still have it. I still have a soda stream, but I don't like drinking regular water. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. I do it, but I don't enjoy it. And to get myself to drink just even more water, to make it not a chore, really. Oh, foil maximum velocity. There we go. Let's go ahead and put those up there and put that there. I got a soda stream because that helped me, because the bubbles. I like bubbles. But ever since I started like moving, we knew we weren't going to be in the house that we were in. I have not refilled my CO2 tank on it. I've not swapped it out because you don't refill them, which I hate. I wish you could just take it and refill it. But you swap it out. I saw, and now that I live in a house that I own, I saw a guy who got a like an actual oxygen tank, like a big one, big honking one. Like the ones that like people who are on oxygen carry around in their carts. Not like I think the one that I have is like a 5-pound CO2 tank, not even 5. It might be smaller, I don't know. Because I remember, what do they use for paintball? A 20-pound? So yeah, I think maybe it's like 5 pounds. It might be like, oh, there we go, Blazing Aether. That's an actually good Majestic pull there. But it's like a tiny little thing, and it only lasts, blank amount of charges. And I blow through them pretty quick. So one guy messed with it. He created a coupling, because the tank that you have that comes with SodaStream is a different size than most CO2 tanks, which is why, part of how they keep it, but just smaller, so it's inconvenient to... Can we get a focus here? I know the stream quality is still garbage, but there we go. That's a focus. There we go. And I'm gonna do what I did with the other one. I'm just gonna move it off screen. I pulled it. I'm gonna, send it out, whatever. But yeah, so he augments it, creates a coupling, and puts a massive tank underneath the countertop, which I think is just freaking awesome. Because then he only has to fill it. He goes and gets it filled at like an industrial gas place, and still Bev grade CO2. Obviously, you're not gonna start just pump in a bunch of dirty, gross, oil-filled CO2 into your water. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I kind of want to do it, but I have really nice butcher block countertops, and I don't want to drill through them. What if I mess them up? Yeah, I'd probably pay somebody to do that. Blunder Run, Battle of the Metal, Whisper of the Oracle. Okay, I guess we're back now. It said something about like the video is interlaced, but interlaced video is not supported, and I was like, I didn't change any settings. I can't change any settings. How is this possible? Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, Labs has some more. Oh, nope. Just as I was about to click the alert, it goes away. Okay, Life for a Life, Oath of the Arknight, Absorbent Aether. Apparently we gotta speed things up. We don't know how long each one of these little lucid moments that this thing will have. I gotta play around with the settings. I'm gonna do a bunch of little streams to test them out. It just doesn't happen all the time. Pursuit of Knowledge, super. Rune Flash for a foil. Like if this was a constant thing that like every time I streamed, also says no. There we go. Current bit rate isn't great, but are we back? Yes, we're back. There we go. Okay. Wow, that was a long one. Okay. Let's get going. It's gonna be one of those nightmare kind of nights. Absorb an aether pedal, the metal overloop. We gotta dash into it. But also, okay, so when I see it in my preview, that went so much faster. I'm not that far behind. Stream health, good connection. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Whamp, whamp. Spellblade Assault. Pour the mold. Reverberate. And that's the end of box 1. We're going into box 2. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, 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 yeah. Box 2, box 2, box 2, box 2, box 2. 2, 2. 2 by 2. Hands for you. Magic hands. I remember that. Way back in the day. I used to have good pulls every stream. I would say magic hands. I still have pretty good pulls. But the more you open, the more average you get. the more I open, the more average I become. Which is just, you know, true. We're just a rune chant. Arknight Ascendancy. There we go. We got another banger. 167 kilobytes per second. I'm uploading at 200. I'm uploading at 2,000. What is? I don't know. Spellblade Assault. Take cover. Take cover for foil. Wow. Wow. You see that? Apparently, some of the people working on Loki have confirmed that Owen Wilson at no point in the show says wow. Enchanting melody, pour the mold, amplify the Arknight. Which I think is just a hilarious thing. That like someone asked and they were like, does he say wow? And they were like, no, we purposely avoided the word. Which is just such a sad thing because he says wow so well. Arena's Prayer, Stir the Aether Winds, Moon Wish. Let's go. Crack pack. Crack a pack a crack a pack a pack a crack a. If you guys aren't, or if you guys are on TikTok and you're not one of my TikTok followers, you should follow Fab Arsenal on TikTok. I should drop that. You have links to your TikTok? I'm sure you can, but I just don't know how to do it. Yeah, we're on TikTok. Fab Arsenal. I TikTok the events I go to. Pour the Mold, Enchanting Melody, and other flesh and blood stuff occasionally. Like when Cloak got in Blitz decks, I made a little TT about it. I'm gonna start that. Oh yeah, I just made a little TT about it. TikTok, Aether, Pursuit of Knowledge. Ooh, and an Elrune Robe for a foil common. Equipment. Boom, 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 boom. Life for a life. Take aim. Sun kiss. Stir the Aether Wind. Spellblade. Throttle. Convection Amplifier, Life for Life red, Searing Shot red for a foil. Blazing through it. Did chat ever reconnect? Not that I need someone to say something, but it does still say unable to connect to chat. Pedal, take aim, Aether Spindle for foil. Silver the tip. Stir the Aether Winds, Whisper of Oracle for foil. I don't need to peel that top off. I could just throw it away like that. Arena's Prayer, Life for a Life. Null Rune Gloves for foil common equipment. There we go. A little bit of focus there. blaze through them too fast. It says connection poor. Connection poor, but still working. Oh my god, did I actually? Wow, yeah, I did. I clipped through it, but I didn't get the pack open. Hilarious. Take aim. Silver the tip, lead the charge for our foil. Lead the charge red. Oh, that makes things faster. Look at that. Pedal to the metal, Oath of the Arknight, Dissipation Shield for our foil. Aiyah. Pack better not have an eye in it. Take cover. Red in the ledger. Majestic. There we go. We're looking for an Art of War or a Command and Conquer. Ravenous Rabble for our foil there. Absorbent Aether. Silver the tip. Oath of the Arknight for foil. Enchanting Melody, Stir the Aetherwind, Salvage Shot for foil. I'm reading them all out just in case you can't read them, especially as they're flying across the screen. Arena's Prayer, Ninth Blade of the Blood Oath, 0 to 60 for foil. Ninth Blade of the Blood Oath. Great card. I rarely play it when I do Rune Blade because I don't like going OTK, so I never really use it. Aether Spindle, take cover, stir the Aether Winds. It's probably a mistake on my part, because I feel like even if you're not going OTK, having 9 rune chance, or even having like 6 or 7, and then just paying 2 to ninth blade is still not bad. Pedal to the Metal, Tome of Aetherwind, and a Cadaverous Contraband red for our foil. I feel like I'm commentating on these pulls, not actually like pulling them, you know? I'm trying to catch up as they fly by. Arena's Prayer, Aether Spindle, Zipper Hit for our foil. I've been stopping at the good stuff. Hell, I even stopped for the supers. Supers are good. They're better than nothing. Stir the Aether Winds, Oath of the Arknight, Reverberate. Absorbent Aether, Plunder Run, Zipper Hit. No CNC or Art of War in box 2. Let's go on to box 3. And let's see. There we go. Cracking boxes. God, I love just the feel of opening a box. It's nice. It's nice. Take cover. Pedal to the Metal. Sick'em Shot for our foil. It's just saying my connection is poor because of that keyframe thing. Chanting. Induction Chamber. That's a good super. Voltic Bolt for our foil. Silver the Tip. Aether Spindle. Whisper the Oracle. Red for our foil. Alright. Life for a Life. Absorbent Aether. Spellblade Assault for our foil. Spellblade in red. Stir the Aether Winds. Endless Arrow for a super. 0 to 60 for our foil. Spellblade Assault, Life for a Life, Searing Shot for the foil. I missed that catch. I am like throwing these packs to myself, quite literally. Data. Yeah, there you go. That's right, you fix yourself. Stir, Enchanting Melody, Spark of Genius in foil. There we go, that's something. What is this? Piece of pack. pack rep. Ah! Back to pour setting. Spellblade Assault. Pour the mold. Aether Sink for a foil. Convection. Aether Spindle. Rifting for a foil. Rifting. Take cover. Spellblade Assault. Lead the charge for a foil. Reduce to Rune Chant. Arena's Prayer. Lead the charge again for another foil. The red lead the charge and the blue lead the charge. Let's get a yellow lead the charge for our foil. Silver the tip. Spellblade Assault. No, my God. Both cases tonight. Double L's. We got a Teklo Foundry Heart here, and I actually have just realized I ran out of sleeves over there. I'll have to go get some more because Teklo Foundry Heart definitely deserves a sleeve. What a 2 cases so far. Come on, give me it back. There we go. Ah, there we go. Oof. Sleeves did just not want to get got. Piece of the package came off on my hand. There we go. Teklo Foundry Heart. What a day. What a day. Teklo Heart. I'm going to put it over there with a Skullbone Cross Wrap. That is a bonkers. All right, let's keep it going. Keep a chugging along here. Stir the Aetherwinds. Tome of the Aetherwind. And an Overloop for our foil. And an Overloop right behind that Overloop. Even more so proving that it's a loop. Be careful out there. It's a hot one. Pedal of the Metal, Arena's Prayer, Bullseye Bracers for our foil common equipment. I think I'm going to lower the price of the foil common equipment slot even more. Or I might just put it in with foil commons. Absorbent Aether, Oath of the Arcanite Sun, Kiss. That box of commons is full. Box of commons too. I guess that can happen sometimes. Plunder Run, reduce to Rune Chant. Oh, and a foil Command and Conquer. Oh, what a bomb case. There we go. More than paid for itself. Paid for itself up and over again. Wow. Foil CNC and 2 legendaries. Absurd. Absurd. Life for a Life. Spellblade Assault. Hamstring Shot. Wow. This. We're talking about the other case being better than average. This is better than average. Take Cover. Pursuit of Knowledge. Take Aim for a foil. This is a good case. Box 1, box 3 for the legendaries. Wow. Where's it box 2? Chanting Melody, Zap, Convection Amplifier. Down to the last 4 packs of box 3. Last 4 packs, box 3. For the Mold, take Life for a Life, Sick'em Shot. I almost want to say Take a Life every time I see Life for a Life. I don't know why. Probably because she's strangling someone. Strangling his soul out. Arena's Prayer, Stir the Aetherwinds. Pedal to the Metal for a rare. Foil rare. Disconnected. And now it's back. I think it's back now. We're going to keep going. Things we pulled, I believe, were Pursuit of Knowledge and Arcanite Ascendancy. So those are the other two pulls that we had that were major in the last 2 or 3 packs of that box. We are now on to box 4. Yep, there it is. We're on to box 4. Okay. Let's do box 4. I think from the last frame that I saw when it froze, we hadn't had Arknight Ascendancy or Pursuit of Knowledge. We might have had one, but I know we didn't have Arknight Ascendancy because I saw the red in the ledger that is underneath it in that frame. That frame was what I looked at. Alrighty, box 4 of this bonkers case. We've got a Plunder Run, Absorbent Aether, and a Fervent Forerunner. What if that might help? Take aim, pour the mold, Cadaverous Contraband. Yeah, definitely. Spellblade Assault, Spark of Genius, Optical Monocle, back-to-back Optical Monocles. 1 foil, 1 not. Convection, Arena's Prayer, pour the mold for a foil rare. Plunder Run, Oath of the Arknight, Ravenous Rabble. Just blazing through the cards. Still says poor but working. Like most of America. Silver the Tip, Aether Spindle, Fervent Forerunner. Poor but bustin' ass. There we go. And now it says excellent, but under amount of data, it says no data. So I just don't know what to believe anymore, you know? Pour the mold, take cover, drawn into the dark dimension. Now it just says keyframe frequency again. I need to really fix that. Absorbent Aether, Oath of the Arknight. Lesson in Lava for our foil. Lesson in Lava. Another foil super, something to add on top. For a while we had 2 Spark of Geniuses there. I just realized that had been like that for a little while. Oh, we got a Teklo Core, an Enchanting Melody, and a Cognition Nodes. Teklo Core, Majestics Get Sleeves. At some point I should do a sleeve buyback program. If you send me the sleeves that your cards were in, I'll give you $1 off your next purchase. Or just send me any sleeves. Spellblade Assault, Silver the Tip. You get $1 off your next purchase. A little bundle of them in an envelope. That way you actually end up making 50 cents. Take cover, Plunder Run, Aether Flare. Or I could say for like every 100, I give you $1 off your order. You send me 200 sleeves, I give you $2 off. Send me 1,000 sleeves, I'll give you $10 off. It's not a bad idea. Cognition Nodes, Pour the Mold, Scalding Rain, because, like, I know that once I send these cards out in these sleeves, you just unsleeve them. And it kind of hurts a little bit. Not, like, personally, I just mean, like, environmentally. It's pretty bad. Reduced to Rune Chant. Stir the Aether Winds for our foil. Aether Sync, knock the Death Whistle, Overloop for our foil. Enchanting Melody, take cover, Fate Foreseen for our foil. Last. Pedal the Metal, Absorbent Aether, Arena's Prayer for our foil. That's like 8 packs of Arcane Rising. Last 8 packs. What do we got? We got another legendary. We got a Fable. Reduced to Rune Chant. Life for a Life. Come to Fight. Not a Fable in that pack. Maybe this one. I'm a car. Back Alley Break Line for the foil in there. Gasoline makes me run. Backseat. Remember that classic? Trunk Space. Wasn't it great? Radio. Another Back Alley Break Line. The yellow this time for our foil. Radio Knobs. He's such a tool. He had some funny bits, though. Silver the tip. Stir the Aether Winds. Lead the charge for our foil. 4 packs left in the final box of Arcane Rising. Arena's Prayer. Become the Arknight. Foresight for our foil. Another super added to that super stack. Super stack. Supersize it. Aether Spindle. Take cover. Aether Spindle for the foil as well. Aether Spindle. 1, 2, 1. Blazing Aether. There we go. And a Vigor Rush for our foil. Blazing Aether. Wow, the M slot kind of underperformed here. I think we're down like 1 or 2 there. That's the cost of the 2 L's. Let's see it. Final pack, final pack. Pedal of the Metal. Arena's Prayer. Sick'em Shot. Wow. Okay. So this box maybe it's still performed, but I wouldn't say it overperformed. You know? If you know what I mean? Do I know what I mean? Is the big question. All right. Another double L case. 2 double L cases in one day. Unheard of. I'm going to go ahead and scoot some of that over. Get that out the way. There we go. Put those in there. All right. Foil Command and Conquer. There we go. Blazing Aether. Teklo Core. Arknight Ascendancy. Red in the Ledger. Arknight Ascendancy. Blazing Aether. Teklo Core. Yeah. The focusing on that was terrible, but... Alright, do some fans. There we go, that's the foils there. Do multiple fans here. Or wait. Yeah, you could see what all those were. You know. Or, you know, if you needed to, you know, you were looking to investigate, you would know. There we go. Okay, we're on to Monarch Unlimited. Let's go ahead and get that set up. I will be right back. Hopefully we don't lose everything. Alrighty, coming back here. Let's go ahead and swoop it on back over. Hey, how we doing? How we doing? I have a cousin named Howie. He talks kind of like that. There we go. Monarch. What just fell? Something just fell. Who knows? I ain't got time for that. I gotta open Monarch. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Box, stack. Let's open box one. But before we start cracking literally everything, and just not, you have the legendary and the majestic, standard majestic. This one gets divided. Fable is going to Alan J. Omer, you've got the commons. Alan, you've got the foil majestics. Alan, John, and Adish. Okay, so all we've got claimed are majestics and legendaries to Adish. Homer for the commons. And Alan, you have the foil majestic and the fable. So hopefully we can pull you a fable today. I haven't pulled a single library yet. So out of all the cards that the chance keep going up, or chance is always the same, but if I'm pulling from a pool of blank amount of cards and I keep dwindling that pool, in a way the chance goes up. I don't actually know how that works. It's not technically going up because the chance per pack is always the same. But, oh, that's right. Monarch. I can just get to do the flip. Tome of Torment. Wow, first pack. First majestic. Prismatic Shield. I need to get better at the flip, though. Prismatic Shield. Can I get a focus? Courageous Steel Hand. There we go. For our common. Oh, I should bring this back over to... There we go. I am back. We're here with Mr. Monarch. Or Mrs. Monarch. Lady Luck. Galaxy Black for the token. Herald of Triumph. Dustpath Pilgrimage, equipment, and Hooves of the Shadow Beast in foil. Yeah, wow. The foiling's very light on that, but I guess the camera actually catches it better than my eye. Finally, Hooves of the Shadow Beast for foil common equipment. I should say foil non-legendary equipment. Iris, Rise Above. Battlefield Blitz, equipment, and Cross the Line for our foil. Plasma Fet, Plow Through, Convulsions, equipment, Minnowism for our foil. Writhing Beast Hulk, Phantasmify, equipment, and going down again. Nope. Good. Oh, we just glitched around a little. Endless Maw, nothing changed though, so it doesn't matter. Consuming Aftermath, equipment, and Enigma Chimera for our foil. For our foil. Enigma Chimera. What a silly song. Vexing Malice. Dimensional Gateway. We've got a very Runeblade heavy pack there. Frontline Scout. I love how all of my streams, or most of my streams, They start out with me like high energy, we're chit-chatting, and then towards the end of it, we're all kind of quiet, especially when there's 1,000 technical difficulties. Prismatic Shield, Vexing Malice. It just kind of chills out. Tome of Torment. Wow, another of the same majestic. Since those are separate, I gotta keep them separate now. Double tome. Sick. Odorath. Oh, Plow Through. Oh, I could just flick it down onto the stack. I don't think I'll be able to do that very well, though. Dimensional Gateway for a foil rare. We're gonna try it, though. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Opening Flesh and Blood isn't fun enough. Let's do card tricks, too. Shadow of Blasmafet. Cool. Cool. Like the worst majestic. There we go. Plow, Rise Above. I said Plow Through because I saw it. That's our foil, though. No, it's not. It's a regular. That's equipment. That's our foil. Take Flight. There we go. Harry Styles stuck in my head. Writhing Beast Hulk. Pulping. Eclipse Existence for our foil. Looks better in cold foil. I like it more in cold foil. Like one of those hipsters that says it's better on vinyl. Levia. Seeping Shadows. Via the Vanguard. I let one of those pass me in draft today. That was stupid. I didn't have to play him though, so we're fine. Yeah, I mean, I was playing Levia, so like picking it wouldn't have helped me. It would have just been a hate draft, but actually, I did have to play a Bolton. I don't know if it was the Bolton I passed that to. I don't think it was. I don't think he was at my table for draft. Writhing Beast Hulk, red. Glisten and Brandish for a foil. I'm actually okay at flipping it directly onto that. It's kind of surprising. I pulled it off. I didn't mean to. I stopped doing that. They're majestic there. Writhing Beasthulk. That one was bad. It's because I said I was good at it. Minnowism for our foil. It's 2 foil Minnowisms. Spectral Shield. And a Captain's Call. Tremor of Erathiel. Equipment and Wartoon Herald. Wartoon. Wartoons. I need to explain that weird voice. My wife does a thing called Webtoons. They're comics, hey, but they are read in like a special app called Webtoons. And instead of like flipping pages, you just scroll. So they're kind of like designed for phone. Endless Maw. But she really enjoys them. And we're both real big dorks. So when she would talk about them, she'd say like, oh, I'm going to go read my Webtoons. And then she said it one time like tunes. And I said Webtoons. And then, or maybe she said it first. Battlefield Blitz, Seeping Shadows. But yeah, it just stuck. And so anytime I think of Webtoons, I say Webtoons. Because that is just who I am. Hatchet of Body for our token. Ooh, Nourishing Emptiness. That's a good hit. That's a good one. That's a big play in Kano. Because you're pretty damn sure you're not going to have any attacks the majority of the game. Until you play a Nourishing Emptiness. Dustpack Pilgrimage for our foil. So you can essentially just play that from any time during the game, and you're probably gonna get it. Get that extra, that is. Extra intelligence. Duskpath. Unhallowed. Equipment. And Cross the Line for our foil. So many foil commons. I would like it if we could, you know, just at least hit some foil rares. We've got 3 foil rares. Judgment and Overload. What did I tell you, box? Give me some better foil hits. 1 foil Majestic ain't gonna cut it. Prismatic Shield. Plow Through. Tear Limb from Limb. There we go. Foil Majestic. Although you can just... It's so Again, it's such a light foiling. Tear limb from limb for foil M's. Ooh. Let's Soul Shackle. Oh, Luminaris standard for the regular majestic slot. There we go. That's a pretty good one. Tremor. Foil is Zealous Belting. This is the trash can on that. Ah, for another foil. Foil rare. I complained about it. Box got me a foil rare and a foil majestic in the next packs. I'm so tired of not pulling a Fable. God. Endless Maw. Vexing Malice. Equipment. And Herald of Protection. And that's the end of box 1. End of box 1. We only have 2 foil majestics. Yeah, a pretty good stack of regular majestics, though. Wow, that just... Like, I barely even tried to take the wrapping off that. It just fell off like a ripe fruit. Yep, you heard me. That booster box was like a ripe fruit. I'm sure you've all heard someone say before. Man, that box opened like a ripe fruit. Like a ripe... First, Valiant Thrust. Herald of Judgment. Triumph. Ah, it's lagging again. How are you doing this? There we go. I missed the trash can again. Phantasmify. Vexing Malice. Surging Militia. Do it. Iris. Dimensional Crossroads. There we go. Tremor, Blue, and Stony Wootenhog. Stony Wootenhog. Wootenhog. Plasma Fet, Herald of Triumph, Convulsions, Equipment, and Endless Maw. Why am I a ghost? I have no idea. Streams are getting weirder by the minute. This guy's freaking crazy. I was watching this guy open cards and just slowly descend into madness today. It was a really interesting stream. Dusk Path. I already did the first one. Foils Belittle to go along with those Minnowisms. You now have a way to tutor them. Tutor. I don't know what Belittle is going to teach a Minnowism, but... Soul Food! Love the art on that card. Not a huge fan of the card itself. I've never... Maybe I'm using it wrong, but I've never used it and been like, ah, yeah, thank God I had Soul Food. That helps me a lot. The one time I think I played Soul Food and I thought it was going to help. It was turn 1. And I just said, Soul Food, whole hand. And I was like, yeah, I don't have to worry about, like, you know, keeping anything in hand. I get my whole hand, pulping for a foil. Back at the end of turn, it's first turn. Like, all I did was make sure that he doesn't get a mulligan. Like, I made him stick with his... No one wants to take damage first turn. And it makes sense because you shouldn't. Because you both draw back up. So, like, why would you keep cards in hand unless you had literally an insane hand? But anyways, so I Soul Food. And then I proceed to absolutely never have the upper hand in the entire game. I just got stomped. Ghostly Visit for our foil there. But it was no, I would say okay. So that's maybe there's been 3 games where I've not had fun playing Flesh and Blood. I think that was one of them. Phantasmify, Unhallowed Rites, Seek Horizon for our foil. I always think of Seek Horizon as a common. I don't know why. Every time I see it, I'm just like, that's a common, throw it in there. Excuse me. Soul Reaping. Herald of Triumph. Equipment and... Oh! My software looks like it's buffering. Let's give it a second to catch up. It's just another one of those streams. Just another one of those streams. I wanted to, hey, there we go. We caught up. I'm going to clean up a little bit while we talk about this eclipse. That's fun. It's not the favorite of the legendaries, but it's, you know, it's a legendary. Oh man, I missed the box a lot. Bony, gross hands. I don't have gross hands. They're just, you know, I'm being self-deprecating because I would be crushing a card, and I don't want to do that. Beacon of Victory for that rant ender. Majestic. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming in to help me. Alrighty, there we go. YouTube's not receiving enough data to maintain the stream. No, maintain smooth video. Alright. Oh, Shadow of Ursa. Love this art. This art deserves an award. It's so good. It's so good. So good. It's so good. Consuming Aftermath and Blood Tribute with a new art. If you haven't seen it, there's 2 versions of Blood Tribute now. Apparently, I guess they felt the first version was inappropriate. Even though it's... I guess it's about the same amount of gore. Convulsions of the Bells of Hell. Dimensional Gateway. Rifted Torment for a foil. But I guess it does have a lady on it. God forbid. For Majestic. Very good. Very good in chain. I can see it being good in Levia too, honestly. Go again. Adrenaline Rush for our foil. Yeah, actually, Shadow Puppetry is just very good in general. Cracked Bauble, that's right. Dustpath. Howl from Beyond. Invigorating. Express Lightning. Invigorating Lightning. Stay where you are. There we go. There we go. Dimensional Gateway. Tremor. Captain's Call for a foil rare. Ah, it's failing. Okay, there we go. We're still in it. Rise Above. Ode to Wrath. And Herald of Ravages for a foil. Going into the end of box 2. Got about 5 or 6 packs left, including this one. Pulping. Writhing Beast Hulk. And Herald of Rebirth. Go. Spectral Shield for a token. Invigorating Light, Glisten, and Dimensional Gateway for our foil. Foil rare. Alrighty. Mark of the Beast for a Majestic. Soul Harvest. Rally the... Plow Through. Phantasmify. Enigma Chimera for our foil. 2 packs left in box 2. Bolton for our token. Phantasmify again. Invigorating Light. And Arcanic Crackle. 1 more pack in box 2. 1 more pack in box 2. Bauble. Battlefield Blitz. Valiant Thrust. And Phantasmaclasm for a foil. There we go. Yeah, that card looks real good in foil. So many beasts. Little beasties. Alrighty. Box 3. Monarch Unlimited box. This motion been detected at my front door. And somebody must have gone out the front door. Oh, maybe they're taking out recycling and stuff. cool. Ooh, what if I did this instead of stack upwards? Put them sideways. Just pull them out like a library book. Can't see what I changed, but I changed something. Dimensional Gateway, Vexing Malice, and Overload. Molten. Spill Blood. There we go. Axes get +2 and dominate until the end of the turn. This is a Bolton Bomb. Consuming ass. Okay. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. Okay, we're back. We're back. There we go. Good, cool. Alright. 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 Soul Shackle. Seek Horizon. Phantasmify. Rip Through Reality. Howl from Beyond, Captain's Call, and Warmonger's Recital. You didn't know you came here for the singing, but you did. Boom! Invert Existence. This is good to drive home the last few damage you need in a game as Chain. I've done it multiple times. Battlefield Bliss, you kind of just leave it there. During the final few turns if you can, let him forget about it, and then just once you get him down to 1, you just invert. Or put it in your arsenal. Don't even suffer the blood debt at all. Let it sit there in arsenal. Let him kind of think you've got like a reaction or something. Even though the set doesn't have a lot of reactions, so it at least not for Chain. I think there's 0 reactions. Attack reactions, at least, for Chain. Hatchet of Body for the token. Sonata Arcanix. Non-foil. Everybody's getting one today. Well, except for the people that didn't get Majestic slots. Dreamweavers for the equipment. Illuminate. For the foil slot. Tremor. Consuming Aftermath. Time Skippers for our foil. I almost passed by it because I was like, ah, frack, I flipped the equipment. Bobble. Endless Maw. Phantasmify. Warmongers for the foil. Ooh, smack the camera with my scissors. Should be a little bit more careful. Seeping. Valiant. Impenetrable Belief. I will not let you penetrate my belief. I don't believe in that until after marriage. Soul Reaping. Rise Above. Pound for Pound for marriage. Now we're back to excellent. Okay. We were at poor. Now we're back to excellent. There we go. Seek Enlightenment. Newest foil. A boom. Herald of Judgment. A boom. Pulping. And Memorial Ground for a foil. Motion detected. Front door. A bam. Outmuscle. A bam. Endless Maw. And a foil Vexing Malice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at this stream quality. It's just dropping to nothing. We're going to get through at the end of it. Riftbind for foil. This is another card that I just... No, it's got a pretty good amount of foiling on it. It's just, it's not catching in this light for my actual human eyes. But then when I put it up against the camera, I look at it and I go, no, that looks pretty good. There we go. Dropping that down there. Get another box for commands. Spectral Shield, Pulping, Convulsions, Out Muscle for a foil. Tremor, Rise Above, Second Swing for a foil. Soul Food, Battlefield Blitz, Battlefield Blitz. Warmongers for a foil. V, Dusk, Engulfing. Phantasmify, Dimensional Gateway, Sleeping Shadows. Last 4 packs of box 3. Believe it or not, we blew through that one. Blowing it out the water. Prismatic Shield, box 3. 3 for 3. Howl from Beyond. Battlefield Blitz. Warmonger's Recital. We get a lot of Warmonger's Recital in foil. Is it just me, or is there just a lot of them? Dimensional. Valiant. Shadow of Ursa. Here we go. Another foil M. Let's get it gone. And final pack of box 3. The third in 3. And let's see what that is. Oh, Raiden. Another non-foil equipment. Going into the Majestic slot. Boom, Howl from Beyond, equipment, and Rally the Rear Guard. Okay, final box for tonight. There we go. Okay. I like having them stacked like I did originally. I had the packs laying on their sides instead of up and down. I think I just like up and down, single column. If I can just get this to... Get this to sit. I can't. Okay, final box. Starting off strong with Illumina Ascension. Wow. There we go. Okay, Lumina into a Consuming Aftermath. Which means this is nothing. Enigma Chimera. Oh. Enigma Chimera with some pretty strong print lines in foil on it. Cool little X there in the middle. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but I'm not sticking around to find out. Oh, 2 Duskbanes. 1 foil, 1 non-foil. You know what I'm going to do? I'm also going to get these rares out of the way. Why is this? How does this stack get so high? Oh, this is foil Majestic. But it's an equipment, so I don't know who got that. I'll put these rares over here so that I can just keep my hands more in that zone, you know? I feel like for some reason I'm getting more cramped than before. Oh, there's just more rares because there's less Majestics, but there should be more Majestics. Boom, Howl from Beyond. Boom, Prismatic Shield. And kaboom, Writhing Beast Hulk. Prism. Tremor. Out Muscle. Dreamweavies. Bolt of Courage. Prism's got Slippies and Green Wheaties. Flip it. Captain's Call. Dimensional Gateway blue. And Herald of Tenacity. Lights for our foil there. We're gonna pull a Fable? We're gonna pull a better legendary, maybe? There's once again motion detected at my front door. Dustpath Pilgrimage. Dustpath Pilgrimage, okay. Let me guess, Dustpath? Nope, okay. That would have been funny if it was Duskpath Pilgrimage. DPP. Herald of Erudition. There we go. That's a solid Majestic pull. It's a game ender for Prism. Convulsions. Surging Militia. Bobble. V. Oh, looks like we paused. Now we're back to excellent. Seeping. Dimensional Gateway. Belittle for the foil. Oh yeah, there we go. Got a little mouse pad thing for my elbow. This is great. Convulsions. Merciful Retribution. Glisten for the foil. Hatchet a Baddie. Valiant Thrust. Soul Harvest. And Stony Wootenhog for our foil. Gumi, I would like to be excused because I had a little burp. And Engulfing Light. Engulfing Light for the foil there. Nothing crazy. Did another 1 second glitch, but Engulfing Light's on there, so that was our last foil. Merciful Retribution. Out Muscle. What crap, so many rares. Surging Militia, so many just Garbo, commons, and rares. Spectral Shield, Dread Scythe for a standard Majestic. I think that's, oh no, we don't have Hexagore. So this is all of the good equipment in Monarch, in this Phantasmify, in this Majestic slot. Majestic slot's got almost all of the equipment. Honestly, I kind of just want a Hexagore now just to say it has one of every equipment, one of every Majestic equipment in the set. Blade. Bolting Blade. Bolting Blade. Aya. Aya, my box. Aya. Iris for a token. Glisten. Consuming Aftermath. E. Brandish. Oh, Invert Existence. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's a pretty good one. That's a second Invert Existence. Prismatic Shield. Double inversion, which means we're just back to normal. Thanks for putting our existence back to normal, Chain. Shadow Run Blade. Captain's Call. Consuming Aftermath and Yinti Yanti. In foil. Yinti Yanti. Yinte Yante. Tome of Divinity. Alrighty. Tome of Divinity. Another Majestic. Pulled one of those in the one first edition pack that I bought today. Herald of Ravages for our foil. Bought one while I was at Collective. Bullet Tome. Non-foil too, just like that one. Except the circle's colored in. I'm wondering how many more times they'll change the whole circle thing. Plow Through, Parable of Humility, and Duskpath Pilgrimage, red. Next weapon attack the screen +3. If it hits, you can attack an additional time with this weapon this turn. Wow. Imagine a double Duskpath and then 2 more attacks. Soul Harvest. The case. Oh my goodness. We got there fast. I have been going pretty fast because I'm tired of watching the stream just chug along and know that somebody's watching and they're just in pain. Belittle. I don't like knowing that you're in pain watching this. Trying to chug. Final pack. Final pack. We got final pack magic. All right. Let's just look at the rare. Seek Horizon. That's the equipment. Next stuff's the big stuff. Plow Through and Tremor. All right, ladies and gents, that's the end for tonight. I was gonna stream one more case because due to a little bit of a mistake that I made with this last break, but it seems that this platform just does not want me to be doing it today. We're struggling to get. We got the Eclipse, so not the favorite amongst them in the crowd, but you know, still legendary, still something that's tradable. For foil Majestics, we got 5 of them. We've got Tome of Torment, Tear Limb from Limb, Phantasmaclasm, Sonata Arcanix, and Shadow of Ursa. For regular Majestics, we got a pretty good bundle. Tome of Divinity, Invert Existence, Bolting Blade, Dread Scythe, Herald of Erudition, Lumina Ascension, Raiden Duskvein, Soul Food, Sonata Arcanix, another Invert Existence, Spill Blood, Mark of the Beast, Shadow Puppetry, there we go, Shadow of Ursa, there we go, Beacon of Victory, there we go, another Soul Food, Dimensional Crow, Shadow of Blasmafet, and Tome of Torment. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 19, 20, 23. Okay. So it's pretty average. 23. Not too bad. We're not going through foil rares. We're not going through rares. We're all good. All right, guys. Thank you so much for those of you who chugged through that and struggled with me. I greatly appreciate you hanging out. I look forward to some less case breaks in the coming days, weeks, and we're gonna focus more on other content for the channel and more on singles. So hopefully we're gonna be jamming some extra singles your way. We're gonna be hopefully building some more decks, doing deck techs, doing some like deck reviews. I'm gonna start building the decks that I'm building and you know, reviewing them, talk for gameplay-based content, and less of these pack openings and product openings. So I hope everybody had a fun night, at least. I hope everybody enjoyed watching some packs get opened. And I hope you continue to have a good night. Thanks for coming out. May the polls... I'm going to make that capital polls be with you. Get a little ASMR up in here with that that keyboard clacking. May the pulls be with you. All right, guys. Remember all of the fun stuff that I talk about every time. Go ahead and use that link in the description to buy cards on TCG Player. That helps out the channel, and you don't spend any extra money. Remember to hit that like button. Remember to comment on this video after it's live. Or actually, just remember to comment on any of my videos. Go back and watch an old one. Comment on it. Bring it back up to the algorithm's top. Or just recommend us to a friend. We're going to start sharing extra content, so it's a great time to subscribe.